So we're joined in the studio by Xaman Kryger. She is with the Santa Clarita Youth Orchestra, and welcome.
Thank you.
You
Glad to
know,
be here.
the and the great thing about this too is that I love orchestras and choirs, and especially when they're youth because they're just so they enjoy themselves so much. They're so much into it.
And they're so cute.
Yeah, that's true too. So tell us a little bit about the orchestra.
Sure. So I am the executive director of the Santa Clarita Valley Youth Orchestra. We've been around the valley for almost 40 years. So we've been around a long time. I myself was a student about 20 years ago, and I just stayed with the organization, and they can't seem to get rid of me. So, so happy to be with this organization. We have this concert coming up on Friday, December 20th, over at the Santa Clarita Performing Arts Center at College of the Canyons. It'll start at 6 p.m., but the doors actually open at 5:15. We have some wonderful pre-concert lobby crafts. So you have some hands-on art activities for the little ones. There's also going to be an instrument petting zoo. So if it's, your little one's first time.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You just can't.
I got it
run
back.
o-
I can't
you
go
can't
past the
run over that. Yeah. Okay.
the petting zoo.
An instrument petting zoo.
That's
Okay,
right.
we gotta, yeah.
What is that? What do you put the you put the bass in?
So the little clarinets
are
are there grazing on the little so we have instruments laid out. We're going to be partnering with our local music shop Nick Rail, and so we're going to have the different instruments laid out. So if it's their first time seeing, they want to know what's a bassoon, what's a clarinet, what does a flute do, what does a violin sound like. So that'll be a great opportunity for kids to have some hands-on experience and pet some instruments.
That's cool. That's creative. I like that.
Yeah, that's great. So, how many members of the orchestra are there?
Altogether, we create one little mega orchestra when we come on stage to play our big number, which will be Carnival of the Animals, the main event of the night. It'll be probably about 70 or so folks up there on stage, which is really great. That'll also include not only our musicians, but our wonderful dancers that we have as well. We're partnering with the Santa Clarita Ballet as well as Cal Arts and the Include Everyone project, which is out here based in Santa Clarita as well. So those dancers will be dancing to certain movements of the Carnival of the Animals, as well as the animated visuals that we have going on throughout the entire show.
Wow, it's fully immersive.
That's right.
Fully immersive there.
What's the spread, the age spread of the kids that are involved?
So our youngest is probably around 7 years old, and
Wow.
then we're a youth orchestra, but we typically will accept folks up to 25 years old. I myself was involved until I was in my 20s as well. So as long as they're in town and they want to play with us, we'll take them.
Wow, I mean, 7 years old. Wow.
Yeah, that's
know.
awesome.
I think-
So I can't imagine how much practice and time and dedication goes into just this whole event. How long did it take to prepare all 70 people for this whole thing?
Yeah, so we start our semester typically in about September. So we've been working on this for the last few months. Our first debut of this community partnership children's concert was about 2 years ago when we first had this idea. We also debuted it with Carnival of the Animals. It's a really great piece by Camille Saint-Saëns. It's comprised of about more than a dozen movements that feature. Each of them are based on different animals. So there's a tortoise movement, there's an aquarium movement, there's one about kangaroos, characters with long ears. There's lots of really, really fun, quirky stuff, quirky music in there. And it was really funny. Saint-Saëns actually, he was a little bashful about this composition. He actually didn't want it to be published until after his death. So we really didn't get to enjoy this until after he left us. So it's really, really fun. Some really funny stuff in there. The tortoise movement has the theme to that is the can, but it's about half the speed. So it's got a lot of humor in it, and combined with the animated visuals and the dancers, it's a really fun and immersive experience for the whole family.
Yeah, see, it's accessible too. I feel like there are some people that think about like classical music and go like, that's classical music. That's not for me. That's boring and all that stuff. But no, it's literally the foundation is all right there. And it sounds like this is going to be a really accessible, a good intro into some classical music as well.
That's right. That's right. So the show is going to be on Friday, December 20th, going to be right here in town at the Santa Clarita Valley Performing Arts Center at College of the Canyons. Tickets are available on our website at www.scvyo.org. That is for our Santa Clarita Valley Youth Orchestra. Tickets are $25 for adults and $15 for child and senior, but it is free for 5 and under. So we are hoping that this will be your opportunity to bring your little one to their first classical music experience, and we hope that it is something that inspires them for the future.
Awesome.
Well, yeah, it sounds great. You know, my first experience with classical music was with the Boston Pops and Art the Fiedler.
Oh,
And
great.
he made it, I mean, I just remember it just being fun. He just had a lot of fun with the orchestra members to kind of help the young kids see that it wasn't stuffy and all that, no bow ties involved.
That's a great point. What's the dress code? Should we be in a bow tie?
If you want to be
Concert
on,
attire?
if you're going to be on
Concert
stage playing
attire.
with us, go for it. But but it's a casual thing, just come along. It's right after dinner time. All the kids are fed. They come for the pre-concert crafts, and no need for them to really be stuffy and quiet and sitting in their seats. If they get excited and inspired by the music and they want to, they made some ears in the lobby and they want to hold them up when they hear that part in the music. We encourage that. We love that. We want to see that participation.
Awesome.
Well, Xaman Kryger with the Santa Clarita Youth Orchestra, much luck to you, much success.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I love when I see young people playing like that, and whether it's a stage band or an orchestra, it's always good to see them involved.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, thanks for what you do.